My wife and I knew from probably the time he was about, at least 2 years old, that he was, cognitively different, and the paediatrician who saw him at the time basically said he's too cheeky to be autistic. Oh my God. How do you, trying to explain to somebody that another child thinks differently, talks differently, and behaves differently because their brain works differently.
Yeah.
I don't know a better way. I still haven't, and that conversation was like 10 years ago. It is a very difficult conversation to have without using very specific language. Because there's just no easy way of describing it, because it's different for everybody. That's exactly, and that's where we get up to about the challenges about him transitioning into tertiary education, is that coming from an environment where he had been nurtured, and a specialist environment that was able to accommodate his needs, to one where he is one of hundreds of children, hundreds of students, not children, young adults, was a really difficult transition for him. A manifestation of the autism is a general inability to generalize. So he can learn a specific skill or a behaviour in one context, but can't take it to a different context. And so when you think about this in the sense of a tertiary education environment, something like transferable skill is a concept that you can't even begin to explain to him. Autism is it represents differently for everybody, just the same way that there's no such thing as the common cold. There's no such thing as a common or a characteristic autistic person. I mean, they do typically have that triad of impairment, as they call it, but it is a spectrum. There are simple things that you can put in place in terms, as I said, of just very clearly labelling steps and requirements, almost down to the really minute level, just to guide them in terms of what they have to do, when they have to do it, and how it has to be done. The single most important thing, and this is where sort of scalability becomes an issue, is that you're really talking about somebody to work with them at an individual level, at least to the point till they find their feet and feel comfortable to be able to work more independently. Because once they understand, once they've done something a few times and they get that sort of repetition down, they're fine.